Welcome back. Today, we're bedding sweet potatoes.
Esta vez yo voy a enseñarte algo atrás porque...
So, first step out here is dropping them out from the hopper. We come back behind there, and I like to just make sure any other sweet potatoes that's fell outside of the line here, we put them back in. Because when I come up and bed them, if I don't, it'll get mixed up in the bedder and it won't be in the row right.
Now that's good, go ahead. Slow down the hair.
And then we go through here and just any rotten ones that we see, we pull out. Any diseased ones or anything, we just pull out and we'll toss. Then after that, after the row's ready, because they've already pretty much went down this row here, we've got a little thing on my 140, little wheel. It's got some water in there, a little weight to it. And we just drive over top, push them down. I'll drive over twice. So we'll go down and back. And it just flattens them out really good. Kind of like, you know, like this right here. Once it drives over, you'll notice it flattens them out really good, which is ideal for me. So like, I want them all to be as level as possible so that when I come back, after I cover them up, you know, I like them like an inch or two of soil on top of them. If they're uneven, you know, you take like this tater right here that's taller and then this one's down, there's an inch difference in that. So when I cover it up, if I cover up this one an inch, I'm covering up this one 2 inches. Well, ideally, you know, I'm covering up all like an inch. So when I drive my wheel over here, this one will get pushed down and it'll be closer. So that's really why I push them down to make them a little bit more level, because they're finicky. Like if they have too much dirt over top of them, then they won't sprout. Like this one right here, if it's too deep, you know, and I put 3 or 4 inches of dirt over top of it, then it'll try to shoot sprouts out and it won't make it to the ground to get its oxygen in time before it dies. So that'll be a wasted potential production. So, you know, over this whole bed, if I do that a bunch of times, I'll have a lot less yield of plants. So the most uniform, I get the most plants and the less rotten sweet potatoes. But there's a lot of other things that could give you a bunch of rotten sweet potatoes out here, and that would be weather related. But we try to do as little as possible to mess it up outside of the weather. So. Not too long after that, we'll put plastic over top of them to kind of heat them up, especially during the cool days, because we're in March, so we're still going to have some cool days. Basically, these sweet potatoes have already been in my curing room, and I've been waking them up, which is to get them to go ahead and start making some sprouts before they get out here. Like you see that one right there with the sprouts started. Some of them fall off whenever I go through dumping the bins in there, but they've already been kind of started, you know, like that one right there's got a little bitty sprout on it. It just gives them a little bit of a jump start so that they're a couple weeks quicker. I'm actually being able to cut plants late May, early June if the weather does right. So these will be the plants that we'll take to the field this year when we plant our 2026 sweet potato crop. I buy new ones each year, second generation. These will be called third generation plants. I always buy second generation plants. Those are the ones that when I harvest them, I'll save the small ones like this so that I can bed. A couple reasons why I like to save the small ones. A, these really small ones like this are market-wise not near as valuable as like your number ones and stuff. So I put them to a good purpose because they're not as valuable by putting them in my plant beds. 2, you get a lot more sweet potatoes, you know, per square foot when they're smaller, so you're going to get more plants rather than just a bunch of big sweet potatoes out here. So they serve 2 purposes. A, the market's not as valuable, and B, I can get more plants out of the smaller ones. So we save those every year. So when I dug last year at the end of 2025, we graded these out especially for this process. And now here we are already. Feels like we just put these in the curing room and now we're putting them back out here in the field the following year. Looks like some rain's coming in a couple days, so we really only have a 2-day window to bed what little bit we can get done. So we're just going to be going at it all day today and tomorrow. Can't put out more in the field than I can cover up because it's going to rain and then there's a cold snap. So if these things are stuck outside without any dirt on them, I might lose some of them. Or if it rains too much, I can't cover them up. So we've got 2 days. Man, my dad probably bought this thing, I don't know, 70s or something. He used to plow all his tobacco with it and his sweet potatoes. 1 row at a time with this bad boy. So he said when he moved up to like a 2 row, he finished and he was like, I know I got some more fields left, but you know, obviously it's twice as fast. So it does a really good job plowing. It's just not really good for our operation anymore for that, but it still runs. So what I'm doing here is I always level off my road before I lay it down so that any kind of little dips and anything like that are ideally non-existent before I actually drop the taters out, because you know you don't want some of them deeper than others. So drive this thing 1 pass or 2 to make sure it's flat before I come by with a hopper. Boys are on lunch, so don't feel like waiting. Let's drop this row out by myself. All right, y'all, thanks for hanging out with us today. Day 1 of bedding sweet potatoes. The farming season for 2026 has officially started here at my farm. And yeah, y'all hit that like button, subscribe. See y'all on the next one.